Here we are live at XLive, downtown LA with Nicholas, CEO of Drone Racing League. Nicholas, so excited to have you here today.
I'm psyched to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Look, your panel was amazing. You got to give us your major takeaway.
Yeah, I think that esports is going through an incredible growth, incredible transition, and one of the focuses needs to be on how do we make people fans of the athletes, of the participants, and that's what we're talking about today. I think our sport is kind of unique in that we have an esport component. You can learn to drone race on a video game. You can compete in our esport tournaments, but if you win the esport tournament, you go on to fly real drones in real life events around the world. So it's a different way to think about how do you elevate that participant? Will you make them a real sport athlete as opposed to just an esport athlete?
Look, that's super unique. I mean, you're getting us out of the game and you're giving a real physical experience that we can feel and touch in our hands. Where'd that come from? Where's that idea at?
Actually, it started kind of as an accident. When I first started DRL, I didn't know how to fly a racing drone, and I really wanted to. I was passionate about watching the sport, but I wanted to learn how to fly. And our engineers were like, we don't have enough drones, and you'll just start crashing them if you try to learn. It's really hard to learn how to fly them. So they made me this very rudimentary computer-based simulator. And after a few hours on it, I was pretty confident at flying a racing drone. And it was this sort of aha moment for all of us of like, wait a minute, the way to scale participation in this sport is through video games. And if you spend enough time in the video game, and the video game is well built enough, you can actually learn how to fly a real racing drone. So it's really cool for us because it's video games and it's esport, but it teaches you this real life skill of flying drones that people want in the real world and has real world value. You can go out and make a career as a drone pilot if you learn how to fly a racing drone in a simulator.
Give us some insight. What are you looking forward to? What's next for DRL?
We're so excited about where we are, but we're just at the beginning. We've had 2 seasons. We're going into our 3rd season right now. We've already announced we're expanding our global footprint of races. A lot of it for us is just sort of up and to the right with what we're doing. It's more races. We're being distributed in more countries. We're now on TV in over 75 countries now. We're doing our first physical race in the Middle East this year, where we have a big fan base, so we're taking physical racing there. And we have our eyes set on being a really global racing circuit. And so for us, it's about reaching everyone in the world who wants to be a fan and putting races all around the globe. One of the things I love about drone racing is long before I discovered drone racing, it started as this underground amateur hobbyist sport, and it spread around the world. And it took about 5 years, and when I found drone racing in 2015, there was organized racing in basically every country I looked at. And so it's truly a global sport. It's authentically a global sport. It spread globally without any businesses or money or broadcast behind it. It just was something people around the world love. It crosses language barriers, it crosses cultural barriers. So for us, it's incredibly important to make sure that we're a global league.
Amazing. Nicholas, thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks.